Greetings to you wherever you are in this world. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. These are the lessons that I study for myself, but I decided to videotape because maybe somebody will get something out of it. But before I get started with my daily lesson, I wanted to say this. People have treated me like this thing, this object, playing God in my life since I was a child, treated me like some sort of an option, like I couldn't be the master of my own destiny. They wanted to manipulate me and try to make determinations for me as to how far they felt I should go in my life and what accomplishments I should achieve in my life. But I always broke past any of their boundaries, and I broke free from their bondage, and it has continued into my adult life, and it's sick. But I still love God because I know I will prevail. But to be so manipulated by everyone, and no one ever takes accountability, ever. But that's over with. That's over with. And my Father is going to show you who's the real God in my life. I have never received justice for all of the horrible atrocities that I have gone through. And for people to take me through so much torment and remain silent when they know what is going on, you're guilty too. Now, for those of you who mean well and you stood for me, thank you. I realize you're limited in the scope and the power that you have to do anything. But for those of you who had the power to end all of this abuse that I'm going through unjustly, you're going to be held accountable for it. And you can no longer continue to delay. The cat is out of the bag already. I will not remain silent. And the longer you push it off, the louder my cries will be. Not cries, I said, and screams for my justice every day until I get it. I won't be buried, and I won't be swept under the rug. My voice will be heard, and I will make a change for a generation that's waiting on me to help. You tried to silence me behind a criminal. You're taking the side of a criminal and allowing a criminal to harass me almost every day, driving past my house, antagonizing me. Where are you? You're driving past my house too. What kind of safety is that? You're just driving past my house. You're just walking past my house. What kind of safety is that? When the criminals are driving past my house and walking past my house. You're all guilty of turning your back. And being silent. And protecting people in low places and high places because of the injustice that has been done against me. I have gone through more than any of you in your life will ever endure, and I have come out of it. God has always brought me out of it with no credit from anyone. Oh, suck it up. Oh, forget about it. Oh, just forgive. What would you do if it was you? What would you do if it was you being abused? I've been molested in my life. I've been beat up. I've been stalked. I've been lied on. I've been slandered. And nobody and no one will stand up for me publicly. No one has ever done that. Shh, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Oh, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something because I've had enough. And you will be exposed. Now I'm going to go ahead on to the lesson. And I will find love. I will have love. Someone will love me one day before I'm dead. I believe that. People have used me and abused me my whole life and acted like I was the problem. That's over with. That's over with. And you will be brought to justice, all of you, for what you have done. You harass me, you stalk me, you monitor my internet. I think you monitor my phones too. My messages on my phone are blocked. I believe they're blocked. Because I'm not getting messages. I'll see messages come through, but then when I try to get to them, I can't find them. Maybe it's just a worthless server that I have, the worthless service that I have, but I believe you all have something to do with it, and you will pay for that. I'm going to find out how deep the rabbit hole goes. You have abused an innocent person, and because of your insolence, you refuse to bring anyone to justice because you know that you messed up so bad it's going to make a lot of people look bad. But that's not my fault. Why should I be quiet when you abusing me? And the world will find out. I'm coming from the Quran today, chapter 58. And this is where God led me, literally. I'll be reading out of 2 sections today. It's chapter 58, the pleading woman. Now, this is where God led me. I'll be reading section 1, safeguarding women's rights, verses 1 through 6. And section 2, secret counsels condemned. Now, this is where God brought me. I don't care if you believe it. I'm with him. Keep playing with my father when it comes to me. He's finished with y'all. He's finished with y'all and what you have done to me and your refusal to wrap things up and be just because you want to hide behind your mistakes that you know you made by believing criminal people. I'm under some kind of investigation. I don't know what. Nobody would tell me what kind of investigation. Like I'm dumb and don't know. I have asked authorities to tell me on paper why I'm being followed and harassed. I've been blocked from email addresses that I was able to reach out to. I got proof of all of that. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Allah indeed has heard the plea of her who pleads with thee about her husband and complains to Allah. And Allah hears the contentions of both of you. Surely Allah is hearing, seeing. I'm divorced. But we get the gist of it. I was abused in my marriages. Beat up. Spit on. Literally spit on. Those of you who put away their wives by calling them their mothers, they are not their mothers. None of their mothers save those who gave them birth. And they utter indeed a hateful word and a lie, and surely Allah is pardoning, forgiving. And those who put away their wives by calling them their mothers, then go back on that which they said, must free a captive before they touch one another. To this you are exhorted, and Allah is aware of what you do. My business name is called exhortation. Coincidental. But he who has not the means for he who has not the means should fast for 2 months successively before they touch one another, and he who is unable to do so should feed 60 needy ones. That is in order that you may have faith in Allah and His Messenger, and these are Allah's limits. And for the disbelievers is a painful chastisement. Surely those who oppose Allah and His Messenger will be humbled, and those before them were humbled. And indeed, we have revealed clear messages, and for the disbelievers is an abasing chastisement. On the day when Allah will raise them all together, then inform them of what they did. Allah records it while they forget it. And Allah is witness over all things. No one has ever apologized. Sincerely to me in my life for what they have done to me ever. But they blame me for trying to be a good woman, a decent person. I've made my mistakes, yeah. I'm just a regular person like anybody. I make mistakes like anybody. When I make a mistake, I humble myself. I've made plenty of mistakes, but I humble myself. And I say I'm sorry, or I apologize for whatever I've made a mistake for. Section 2, secret counsel is condemned. Seest thou not that Allah knows whatever is in heavens and whatever is in the earth? There is no secret counsel between thee, but He is the fourth of them, nor between 5, but He is the 6th of them, nor between less than that, nor more, but He is with them whosoever they are. Then He will inform them of what they did on the day of resurrection. Surely Allah is knower of all things. Seest thou not those who are forbidden secret? Let me repeat that, sorry. Seest thou not those who are forbidden secret counsels? Then they return to that which they are forbidden, and hold secret counsels for sin and revolt and disobedience to the messenger. And when they come to thee, they greet thee with a greetings. And when they come to thee, they greet thee with a greeting which Allah greets thee not, and say within themselves, why does not Allah punish us for what we say? Hell is enough for them. They will burn in it, and evil is the resort. O you who believe, when you confer together in private, give not to each other counsel of sin and revolt and disobedience to the messenger, but give to each other counsel of goodness and observance of the duty. Excuse me, people. and keep their duty to Allah, to whom you will be gathered together. Secret counsels are only of the devil, that he may cause to grieve those who believe. Y'all grieving me very badly, and nobody gives a crap what they're doing. They think it's funny, and then have the nerve to get mad at me because I'm speaking out. The agents that drive through here with those loud cars, and when they get to my house at the street, at the intersection, revving their cars up. That's called intimidation. That's called intimidation. Do you do that when you're driving past the bullies and bad guys' house? Agents of darkness. He can hurt them not except with Allah's permission. And on Allah, let the believers rely. I rely on God for everything I do. And I will have my justice. And I will finally get my credit at some point. No one gives me credit. But they use me, though. They don't mind using me for whatever their purpose is without even talking to me. No one will talk to me. No one talks to me. Why? Why won't you talk to me? Oh, you who believe, when it is said to you, make room in assemblies, make room. Allah will give you ample, and when it is said, rise up, Allah will exalt those of you who believe, and those who are given knowledge to high ranks. And Allah is aware of what you do. I thank God in heaven, my Father knows what I do. I've been single for years. I have been single for years. And then whenever I date somebody, it doesn't last long, because once I see who they are, I get away from them because they're not good people. But people want to make me out to be some sort of monster. All I've done is be a humanitarian my whole career, helping people. I don't go around people causing trouble, but I'm a monster. Have my whole community looking at me like something wrong with me. These people never had a long conversation with me ever and asked me, what did I do for a living? But you're mad at me because you see me in this house? I pay my own bills. I don't have to beg anybody for anything. I beg my Father. I ask him, Lord, please keep me in a position where I don't never have to ask anybody for anything. Where would that get me? On the street? Because people don't want me to have anything. But, get over it. Forgive. Don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. When is it going to be all right? When? When? I've tried being quiet. That don't work. I've been noisy. That ain't working. God is the only thing I have. And he's going to make sure for me. He's going to make sure for me that people do right by me before I leave this earth. Oh, you who believe, let me start that over. My apologies. Oh, if you hear my bread machine, I'm baking me some bread. You might hear it rev up. Oh, you who believe, when you consult the messenger, offer something in charity before your consultation. That is better for you and purer. But if you have not the means, then surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. I don't have much, but I give up my time every day, because I want to help some poor soul on this earth and give them encouragement to keep going and to have faith in God regardless. I'm not getting anything out of this when I come on every day, but I will eventually. But right now, I'm not worrying about that. I'm not getting anything, but I want to gain souls to God. I want to bring souls to God so they don't go to hell. People can say whatever they want to about hell. Don't matter. You can say it's a state of, you can say it's not real, it's a state of mind. Whatever you want to say about it. I said what I said and I meant that. I'm not going to debate anybody about it. You can believe what you want to believe. You got free will. You can believe what you want. I'm going to believe what I want. So why should that be a problem? Because I don't believe what you think. You live in your lives. It's okay. You want to have freedom to live your life, but I can't have freedom to live my life the way I want to and say what I want to say. When you want freedom to live your life and say what you want to say, why is it wrong for me? Shh. Everybody want to pull the forgiveness card. Forget. Just move on. Would you? Do not fear that you will not be able to give in charity before your consultation. I try to give of whatever I have. Yes, I do. So when you do it, and Allah has turned to you, mercifully, keep your prayer and pay the poor rate and obey Allah and His messenger, and Allah is aware of what you do. I do what I can do. I love God. And I'm pleading to you to do whatever you can do. Find a way to give back, people. And I'm sorry for any kind of torment that anybody's going through on this earth. It is rough out here. And just know that people all over the world are suffering at the hands of bullies and bad guys. And my prayer is that people will change and choose love, not hate. And stop being silent. All of you. Stop. Stop protecting the bad guys and the bullies. Stand up for righteousness.